What's up, everybody? I'm Tim. This is Evil Penguin Games, and today I get to talk about something that I have been excited for quite a while. Today is the second edition Pathfinder release. Now, I have been waiting for this anxiously for quite some time now, but due to a garbled message in subspace, I was not able to get all of the Pathfinder 2nd Edition product. So I do get to go over the core rulebook and the Bestiary with you, but the adventure path and some of the other things is just going to have to wait till another video. But I am excited to share this with you tonight. Now, we're going to take a look at some of the ancestries, the classes you can be, and just look at some of the new artwork and go from there. So, let's dive in. Alright, so here we have the beautiful artwork of the Pathfinder 2nd Edition core rulebook. Now, with the 2nd edition came with some rule changes as well as some new characters, races, as well as some new classes. A lot of it, if you were familiar with the playtest, so you have an idea of what's going on and what's coming. But if you're looking at this just fresh, Pathfinder is one of the best role-playing games in my opinion. It adds complexity to characters and fighting while leaving tons of room for role-playing, character development. It's just one of the best games in existence. That's just my opinion. Now, first, I want to open this up. I'm not going to go over a lot of rules or things here. We're just going to go over the new races, the races you can be for a character, and then what the classes are going to be. So, we're going to open it up here. First, we have the Dwarf. Classic, small and stout. Very good for you know, just some strong arm action. And we have the Elf. Always charismatic, beautiful. Now, the one cool thing that is with Pathfinder is that they went the alien route with Elf in lore and whatnot, is they're not from this realm, so they aren't Fae. They have a soul, which is kind of different with Paizo's world than others. Then the Gnome. See, I always thought the Gnome was a highly underrated character. Nobody, well, not nobody, but not as many people pick the Gnome. I feel like it gives so much room for flavor, the tinkering aspect, and just a lot of fun you could have. I think they're very underplayed, and one of my some of my favorite characters in games have been gnomes. And then we have the Goblin. My absolute personal favorite creature to play in any role-playing game. I have, every time I've purchased a new role-playing book or a game, if there was a supplement that allowed you to be a goblin, I purchased it with the core rulebooks, everything like that. It is just my absolute favorite fantasy character, and Goblin is probably going to be the first character I play in here myself. The Halfling. Now, Halfling, a little bit bigger than a gnome, hairy feet, you know, little mischievous. A lot of people like the Halfling Bard. Paizo is very they have the artwork of that and looks pretty cool. One of their main artwork characters is a Halfling Bard. And the Human. Now, humans, they're always portrayed as the vast majority. Like, there are more humans than anything else. Now, a lot of human people like human characters, or it all depends on your group, because I've played in some groups that nobody wants to be a human, they want to be something fantastical. But with the human, you can also gain some more, just a little bit step up sometimes. Now, the one thing with humans is they can also be half-elves or half-orcs. Now, they don't have their own section in here. It's under humans, but half-orcs get bonuses and negatives as well as half-elves. Now, the whole aspect of this is just the humans then had offspring with elves or orcs, and you can use a lot of flavor with that. Then you come to backgrounds, and this will affect a lot of how your character develops or where you came from. Gives your own little bit of flavor. Then we come to classes. Now, this is going to be what your character does, what your character is. Are you going to be a alchemist? This is a new one. So alchemist is new to Pathfinder 2nd edition as far as the normal things you can take. Now, the Goblin Alchemist is absolutely the first character that I'm going to make. I made one in the playtest. It was fun, and it just, the concept of making potions and bombs and things and just going crazy, it just is so much fun to me. I generally loves the chaotic characters. Next class is going to be the Barbarian. Now, Barbarian is really good if you are you want to be in the heat of it. You want to be rage, angry. You want to just smash things. And then, you know, you just can't go wrong there. And the Bard. Now, I've also made quite a few Bard characters because I love to roleplay them. I love the charismatic, I love being able to cast spells and just have some fun with it. Bards can be funny, they can also be very dark if you know how to play them right. Then you have the Champion. Whose champion are you going to be? Are you going to be a champion for good, for bad? You know, you hold the honor and the pride of one of your deities. Who do you stand for? The Cleric. There's always a joke whenever you make a party that you never adventure without the Cleric. Because you gotta have somebody that can heal you. Because we've all been there in the group, and nobody picks one. You're out there. You've just had an amazing battle. You guys were awesome. I'm down a lot of points. We need to heal. No one can heal. Did anybody buy a wand of healing? Anybody buy a potion? Well then. The Druid. Druid, I love for the simple fact of you can role-play him in a couple different ways. You can be the loner, or just full-on regent of nature, working with animals or plants. You can do some really, really cool spells. And the flavor that you can add in describing scenes when you cast spells is just really, really cool. This is some of my favorite artwork that Paizo has ever done. Just the gnome druid with her animal companion. I absolutely love this artwork. The Fighter. If you just like get down and dirty, you're there for some treasure and you're gonna get rough along the way, the Fighter is definitely the way to go. the Monk. Monk is cool. I haven't gotten to play a lot of Monk, but what I have seen of a couple people playing them, if you really want to go the route of no weapons and using your ki and things like that, it's really cool. It just the idea of using your body as the weapon, and you can definitely roleplay that really well. The Ranger. Now, Rangers are cool if you want to be kind of like you want to be that huntsman. You want to be the one that can shoot the arrow. You can survive. If you really want to get down and dirty in the forest and the desert, and you want to be the one that can survive and lead your team to the next city or something like that, the Ranger is a really cool option. The Rogue. The Rogue is one of my friend's favorite class to play. She loves rogues for the simple fact of she gets to be sneaky and she gets to do a lot of damage. She loves the whole aspect of just running silent and then just unleashing on their enemies. The Sorcerer. Do you like casting spells? Now, my favorite joke is I didn't ask how big the room was. I said I cast Fireball. And with one of the most iconic pieces of art in Pathfinder right here, I can absolutely understand this character, absolutely understand that mentality. And the Wizard. Now, Wizard is a little bit different than Sorcerer. Wizard, you have to memorize spells, you have a spell book, things like that. And there's some definite subtle differences between Sorcerer and Wizard, but each person gets to play it in their own way, and, you know, I love the variety in Pathfinder of you can be so many different things. Here we have the Bestiary. Bestiary is going to be your reference for all the baddies that you're going to face. Now, not everybody needs to buy a Bestiary. This is primarily going to be for your Dungeon Master or Game Master, whoever is going to set up the encounters and things like that. I just want to flip through here a little bit, show you some of the cool new artwork, as well as some of the monsters that you can face. Horned Archon. Now, I was flipping through and I saw this, and this artwork looked pretty cool. Banshee. Bloodseeker and a boar. And Catfolk. Now, in original Pathfinder, they came out with an advanced player's guide where you were able to actually be some of these characters, which I assume will come down the line, but I'm okay with Catfolk just being a someone I can fight. Centaur. And then what I did really like about the Bestiary is that once you hit things like dragon, they had pages and pages of all the subtypes and the different types of dragons. And then you could go to drakes. And then they have dinosaurs in here. There's 6 pages of different kinds of dinosaurs in the stat blocks. Just really cool how they broke it down. They made it very easy to have groupings and just made the looking things up very easy. I really like how they did all this, and the new artwork, it just makes everything feel good. And then, figure we gotta end it here on the werewolf. Now, I've said in other videos, I absolutely love werewolves. I think they're cool, they're big, they're furry, they're brutal. And you can't really go wrong there. Alright, let's take a look at the GM screen. Here we have the Game Master screen. Now they actually have two versions of this. Now the one that I have in front of me is the one that you can buy anywhere. Paizo does make a Paizo only sold one that I actually have a friend that's got one coming shortly, and we'll be able to take a look at that. But this is the one that you can get at any game shop or retailer. Now, it's a little long, so I've got it folded in half, so we're able to see some of this artwork. Here you've got the druid, the monk, and the wizard fighting off some ghouls. And then over here, alchemist in the corner, the barbarian, ranger just fighting with some giants. And beautiful artwork. Flipping it over. Here we've got the sorcerer, the champion, and the bard, and the fighter and the cleric. Just fighting, it looks like a dragon or a drake. The rogue is over there, just getting down and dirty. And then, fish monster of some sort. I'm sure I'll find it in the bestiary. But, really cool artwork. And then, the real meat of why you get this is all of these rules. Now, that's a lot of text. Now, again, only a game master is going to need this, but I cannot tell you how many times that these boards have been a lifesaver for just taking so much time out of sifting through pages or giving me quick reference for things, and they really are a vital piece to being a game master, in my opinion. Alright everybody, thanks for watching. I really had a lot of fun looking at these things. The Pathfinder 2nd Edition is going to be an amazing game to play. I can't say how excited I am to play this. Now, when I get the product in the mail for the other books and supplements, I'll be sure to do a video about that. But until then, Chris is at Gen Con right now, so when he gets back we'll make another video, pick his brain, see what cool stuff he saw at Gen Con. So stay up to date, notifications, like, comment, subscribe. Everything you do just helps out a ton. Just spread the word as much as you can and make some videos about some board games. Help keep the community alive. Go to your local game shops and have a good time. This is Evil Penguin Games.